guys. So today we'll be talking about some basic Linux command, which will be mostly regarding user management. So let's start that. First, we'll focus on the command to list the users in a Linux machine. Cat slash. This will list the users. So the first field is the user. Then we have different things along with it, which is like user ID, the home directory, which is home slash ec2 user. Okay, so this is not a very human readable format. So if you want to update it to a human readable format, let's use a command called cut. We'll use a delimiter E, and then we want to print the first field. So that will be F1. Now this is more human readable format. These are the list of users which are present in this particular EC2 instance. Let's check an alternative command. Type -a get ent. So get ent is a alternative command to do the same particular thing. It will also list the user. It is not a shell built-in command. If it was a shell built-in command, the response would be something of this sort. Echo, which is a shell built-in command, it returns this. Echo is a shell built-in, and this is present in user slash bin slash. So let's use this. So we will be using man command to get further understanding. This get ent. So get ent, get entries from names, services, service, which libraries are there. So these are the different flags which we can use. And to quit from this manual, do :q, clearing the screen, get ent and password. So this also returns the same sort of a response. Now let's see how to create a user. Okay, so user add is the command to create a user. This is also not a shell built-in command. It is present in usr slash sbin slash user. Okay, so we'll use man command to get more understanding. So here there are different flags. I'll be only using -c, or you can use --" command. This is like a short description of the login, or it basically gives a small description of the user. So here I'll be passing a description, the full name of the user as the description. And there are different things you can go through here. There are exit status codes as well. So if the user has been successfully created, it should return exit code of 0. If user already exists, it should give a exit code of 9. There are different exit codes. These are all error exit codes. Whenever your command is not successful, you might be getting any one of these. Only success is the exit code if the user has been created. So let's quit here. User add. Let's see. Full name. User accounts. So here I'll be creating a user with user account with name Siddharth, and in the comments I'm adding the full name, that is Siddharth space key. Okay, permission denied. So whenever one point to note is whenever you run user add, you should always run with sudo. Only a root user can create a user. So that is why we should use sudo command. Sudo stands for super user 2. What it does is it creates the user account, user with Siddharth, and it will add Siddharth V in the comment section. And let's see the status code. For that, we can run echo $question mark. So it gave a exit code of 0. So the user is created successfully. Let's see. Let's validate if the user exists. Slash password. You can see that there is a new user created called Siddharth. with user ID 1001, home directory as home slash Siddharth, and the comment is Siddharth V, which is the full name of the user. Okay, so all good. So now let's try to create. Now let's try to run the same command again to create the user. So this ideally would fail because you cannot have two users. So it should give us an error. So it says user add, user Siddharth already exists. Now let's see the status code. It's 9. So it returns a non-zero status code, which means that the previous command which got executed was not successful. Okay, so that's clear. Now let's focus on setting a particular password for the user which we have created. So for that, we'll be using password, man password. So there are different options which you have. I will not be using anything. So there are like different flags like -e, which will expire the password. So you can use it for a different use case, but I do not want to implement such a use case at the moment. Password username. I'm not returning a strong password. I'm giving a pretty small password. That is why it gives a bad password. So it's generated successfully. So here it says all authentication tokens updated successfully. Okay. Now let's try to switch the user. So you can see that currently at the moment I'm using EC2 user. Now let me do a switch user, which is SU hyphen user. Give the password. Okay. So here it says last login. We can get the particular time when this happened. There was one failed login attempt since the last login. Okay. So let's clear. Let's I do not want to continue with this, so I'm going to run exit command, which will exit, then just clear the screen. Okay, so we have created a user. We have also set a particular password for this user. Now let's try to figure out the command which will help us to delete this user. So user tell will be the command. Sorry, type. So this is also not a shell built-in command. Man user tell this as well. You can see the description. Command modifies the system account files, deleting all entries that refer to a username. Okay. So I'll be using one particular flag with this command, which is --remove or -r. I'll be using this because I do not want to retain any home directory of this user. If you want to do this, do not use the remove command. And let's also show the exit status codes. So here we have different exit status codes. 0 will be always success, and then there are some exit status code which is like can't update the password file, and user currently is logged in, etc. Okay, let's quit sudo user tell -r. Let's see what was the status code of the previous command. It is 0. Now let's try to run this again. It should return a non-zero status code because this user does not exist. User does not exist. Let's see the status code. It is 6. So this is the use of exit code. So you can understand where it failed exactly. This is very helpful when you are writing long or bigger shell script. You can write if conditions and then try to figure out where the commands exactly failed. So that's all for this session. Thank you.